Yo, 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 you know what it is. It's your boy Snow, man. 3 points, baby. You know what it is. Conversion. Let's get it.
What have you thought of Trae's ability to break down the Knicks defense and everything they've thrown at him through 3 games?
Well, Trae has been doing that all season long. You know, his ability to create offense, not only for himself, but for his teammates. You know, he's pretty much first option on a lot of our sets. I thought he did a nice job tonight. Not only creating opportunities and forcing their defense to collapse, but he kicked the ball out tonight. And we made some shots. He's been doing that all series long. We haven't made shots tonight. We was able to make some shots.
I wanted to ask you also about his playmaking. When he has the ability to make those passes with either hand, in what ways would you say it makes everybody's life easier who's on the court with him at the same time?
Well, I think when you have shooters on the floor as we do, Trae is able to, do things with both hands. He's able to pass with both hands. He doesn't really have a weakness. You can force him left. He can go left. He can go right. He can shoot the jump shot. He can attack the basket. He shoots free throws. So he really doesn't have a weakness. And, he just takes what the defense gives him. And he's doing a good job of finding the open man when the defense collapses in the paint. And when they don't, he is attacking and, finishing at the rim.
Sarah Spencer.
Hey, Nate, just how key was that second quarter? And is that when you started to see the guys kind of settle in and settle down a little bit?
I thought we did. I love our energy coming out, but I thought we needed to, calm down just a little bit. We gave up 13 free throws in that first quarter. I thought we settled down in that second quarter, started to play basketball and, defend without foul and not allow those guys to get to the free throw line. We did a pretty decent job of forcing them to miss, but we still gave up some offensive rebounds in that first half. Second half, we did a better job of finishing the defensive end of the floor with rebounding.
How good was it to see John rebound with his performance tonight?
Well, he did. I thought he did a really nice job, on Randle and guarding him. He was in foul trouble our last game. He picked up 2 fouls early in the first quarter, but then he settled down and did just a solid job of just keeping the ball in front and being able to stay out on the floor. He's an important part of what we like to do on both ends of the floor. And I thought he responded with a solid game tonight.
Zach Klein.
Hey, Nate, have you ever been involved in a game where you win by double digits, yet the other team shoots nearly 4 times as many free throws and without trying to get you fined? Can you maybe explain the discrepancy between the 2 attempts and within they're shooting from the free throw line where you guys are in this series?
I'm not touching that. I don't know. I have to look at the tape. A lot of times you feel a certain way at the end of the game. And when you go back and you watch the tape, the game is played a little different. For us, I thought we were attacking tonight and we were doing what we did in the last 2 games. Tonight, we made shots. We made perimeter shots. We didn't have to get to the free throw line. So I thought our guys were aggressive, attacking the basket, moving the ball. We had 28 assists. I think we are averaging around 17, 18 assists in those first 2 games. So tonight we made shots. When you're making shots, you don't have to get to the free throw line.
Jeff Schultz.
Nate, I know it helps that everybody shot well tonight, but it seemed like you made a concerted effort to always have either Trae or Bogey in the game, not to have both on the bench at the same time, unlike game 2. I'm just wondering what went into that decision.
You look at your film, as we've said, and you make adjustments. As I said before, I study my film every night, and you make adjustments to how you want to attack, and trying to keep balance out on the floor. So I studied the tape and made adjustments.
And the tape just told you that there weren't enough times in game 2 where you guys were able to attack, basically.
Okay, say that again.
And the tape told you that there were not enough times in game 2 where you were able to attack, especially when both those guys were on the bench.
No, we've pretty much played that way most of the season. I just felt I needed to make an adjustment with my rotation. The tape told me a lot of things, and we made some adjustments in this game, and I like those adjustments we made.
Steve Hummer.
Yeah, Nate, what through the first three games of this series, what have you done so effectively to frustrate Julius?
Whether we're frustrating him or not, I think we've started Trae on him, and we just tried to get pressure on him and not allow him to walk to his spot or get to his spot out on the floor. Try to get pressure on him. Trae is he's big, but he can guard on the guys who can attack off the dribble. I thought he did a solid job. We had to switch Trae to Rose, and John did a solid job of just making him work, trying to stay in front of him, denying his catch, forcing his catch out, but keeping your shoulders square and keeping him in front and making him go score over the top, not allowing him to attack and get to the free throw line.
Thanks.
11 Alive.
Hey, Nate, just to have, a crowd like that behind you, just that energy, just first of all, just how does that feel? And just how does that help you guys, pull up? I mean, the shooting, just everything. How does that crowd help you guys?
Well, I thought our guys really fed off of that. It was a lot of energy in the building. I thought we got a lot of energy from our guys. And this is the first time really at home that they've played in front of a sellout crowd. We needed them. And I thought our guys, gave them energy by how they played out there. And, I thought our guys responded to that.
And, just kind of, you were asked about Trae earlier. Just humor me for a second here, because, he's been an elite scorer, but it seems like there's been almost a maturation of him as a facilitator and the playmaker. Just how have you, is that accurate? How have you seen him evolve in those facets of his game?
The thing is, he can do both, and he has to do both. He has weapons out there alongside of him, and he has to take advantage of what the defense is doing. And when they are collapsing in the paint, as New York defense does, the perimeter is open. He has to find those guys and get the ball to the shooters. If they are staying on the perimeter, then he has the ability to attack, the big in the paint. So it's making reads and making sure that he takes care of the ball. He only had 2 turnovers tonight. That's a really good game for a point guard. 21, 14, and 2. Those are great numbers that we want to see, and we expect to see. He's good enough to put those numbers up.
Brandon Harper.
Hey, Coach, great win tonight.
Thank you.
You talk about the game inside the game. Every game is chippy and guys start talking to one another and going back and forth. But we know that, sometimes with a young team that can deter them and take away their confidence at times. But that doesn't seem that's not what that looks like with this Hawks team. Just talk about how your team kind of uses that as fuel to keep pushing instead of it using it to deter them.
Well, as long as we are doing what we're supposed to do out there, I've played with guys who they talk, and it motivates them, and it gets them going. And, we have some guys that they like to talk, so, as long as you back it up, and I thought our guys tonight, they came out and played a solid game, starting on the defensive end of the floor. We had really good ball movement again tonight. And, I think the big thing was we made shots, and we have to continue to do that. It's only 2 games, and, it's 2 more to go here.
Allison Mastrangelo.
Hey, Coach, I was just curious if there are any challenges now getting ready for a 1:00 game on Sunday and how you kind of have to adjust to such kind of an early game for you guys, game 4.
Yeah, well, we've played some early games. Tomorrow we will, or tonight we will look at tape, and tomorrow we'll have some cleanups. We'll go through our walkthrough tomorrow at practice, and, watch some film and cover some things out on the floor and get ourselves ready, for that 1:00 start.
Jamila Johnson.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Kevin Huerter scored 10 points tonight, but he also showed a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet as far as on the defensive end. What have you liked from him this series and also tonight?
I think Kevin has been solid for us all season long. His ability to, defend, shoot the ball, play make, and, putting him on the other side of Trae and Bogey. It gives you 3 guys that can handle the ball and shoot the ball. And he has been doing this for us, really all season. I think his defense from the start of the season to now has gotten better, staying in front of the ball and just becoming more of a defender. And offensively, he lost his rhythm in a couple games, the first couple games. But tonight, it was good to see the ball go in the basket for him.
3 more. First from Chris Kirshner.
Hey, Nate, you mentioned before Trae limiting his turnovers for the series. That really hasn't been much of an issue for him. Why do you think he's been so in control in just controlling the offense and limiting those turnovers?
Well, we talk about that pretty much every game. He's the guy who is controlling everything out there. And, he's showing growth in managing and running a team. He's showing trust in, giving the ball to Bogey and getting Bogey opportunities and, Dre opportunities and JC and Clint, getting those guys involved, so he's showing some growth in his play in managing and understanding what he needs to do out on the floor. He's keeping all of those guys involved while continuing to stay aggressive, and he's making good reads, and as we've talked a number of times, he has to cut down his turnovers. I think he's too good of a passer to have 5 and 6 turnovers a game. 2 is okay, but 5 and 6 is a big number for a guy who passes as well as he does.
Last 2 from Raphael Haynes.
Hey, Coach, Raphael Haynes with the 3-point conversion. Coach, tonight, offensively, in the fourth quarter, you went through a dry spell, but the defense stepped up. Can you talk about the difference between game 2 when you went through that dry spell and they end up winning the game versus tonight when your defense stepped up and still able to keep that lead?
Again, I thought the third and fourth quarter, we went through a dry spell in our last game. We scored only 18 points in the third, only 17 in the fourth. And again, I thought we missed a lot of open shots in that game. Tonight, the difference was we made those shots. Your defense can only hold for so long. You have to continue to make shots. And we started to knock down some shots We had some good execution down the stretch. John made a couple plays down the stretch. So you have to execute and make shots going down the stretch. And I thought that was a difference in tonight's game.
Final question from Simone Sandri.
Yes, Gallo has been struggling the first two games of the series, going 5 for 21. Tonight was just a matter of him letting the game come to him and finding the basket, or did you put him in some sets to get him more comfortable against the Knicks defense?
Again, I thought he had open looks that he normally knocks down in New York. A lot of our guys did, and that ball just wasn't falling. At home, we felt better, shooting tonight, and the same shots that we were getting in New York tonight, we knocked those shots down. So, when we're hitting shots and we're defending like we did tonight, we're going to be tough, tough to beat. And, we've always talked about making this a tough place to come in and get a win. And tonight, we did that. Defensively, we were solid. Offensively, I thought we had really good execution, 28 assists, and that's due to us making shots.